6 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Hassan Gilani. First, the headlines. Prime Minister will embark on a 5-day visit to China on Tuesday to hold talks with Chinese leadership to further strengthen cooperation in diverse fields. Shehbaz Sharif chairing a meeting in Islamabad today directed for an action plan to encourage Chinese companies to set up industrial units in Pakistan. Security forces have killed 2 terrorists in an intelligence-based operation in Hassan Khail area of Peshawar. Pakistan has reiterated its call for New Delhi to stop its campaign to intimidate Kashmiri people in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. The UN experts have demanded a decisive international action against Israel over its continued assault on Rafah city of Gaza enclave. In FIH Hockey Nations Cup in Poland today, opening match of Pakistan against Malaysia ended in draw with 4 goals each. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Mohammad Shehbaz Sharif will undertake a 5-day official visit to China from Tuesday at the invitation of Chinese President Xi Jinping and Premier Li Qiang. During the 3-segment trip, the Prime Minister will visit the cities of Xi'an and Shenzhen besides Beijing. Shehbaz Sharif will meet Chinese President Xi Jinping and hold delegation-level talks with Premier Li Qiang in Beijing. He will also hold meetings with Chairman of Standing Committee of National People's Congress, Zhao Liji, and heads of key government departments. An important aspect of the Prime Minister's visit will be meetings with corporate executives of leading Chinese companies dealing in oil and gas, energy, ICT, and emerging technologies. In Shenzhen, Prime Minister will address the China-Pakistan Business Forum with leading businesspersons, entrepreneurs, and investors from both countries. He will also visit economic and agricultural zones in China. The 2 sides will undertake discussions to further upgrade China-Pakistan Economic Corridor and advance trade and investment. The talks will be held to enhance cooperation in security, defense, energy, space, science and technology, and education sectors. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has directed the authorities concerned to prepare an action plan to encourage Chinese companies to set up industrial units in Pakistan. During a meeting in Islamabad today, he said the government will provide all possible facilities to Chinese industrialists and investors. The Prime Minister directed to formulate a comprehensive plan regarding productive business-to-business meetings between the 2 countries during his visit to China. A detailed briefing was given to the Prime Minister regarding the preparations for his visit to China. A delegation of industrialists, investors, and entrepreneurs from Pakistan will also accompany the Prime Minister during his visit to Chinese city Shenzhen. It was informed that the delegation will meet the Chinese business community and discuss the promotion of business-to-business relations between the 2 countries. The Prime Minister directed Pakistani ambassador in China to provide all possible facilities to the Pakistani business delegation in China. 2 terrorists, including a ringleader, were killed and 2 others injured in an intelligence-based operation in Hassan Khail area of Peshawar last night. According to ISPR, the security forces conducted the operation on reported presence of terrorists and effectively engaged militants' location, as a result of which terrorist ringleader Ayaz alias Muhammad and terrorist Ahmadi alias Kuchi were killed, while 2 others terrorists were injured. The killed terrorists remained actively involved in numerous terrorist activities against security forces and killing of innocent civilians. Weapons, ammunition, and explosives were also recovered. Locals of the area have appreciated the operation. Sanitization of the area is being conducted to eliminate any other terrorist found in the area. The security forces of Pakistan are determined to wipe out the menace of terrorism from the country. Pakistan has reiterated its call for India to stop its ongoing campaign to intimidate Kashmiri people in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. Foreign Office spokesperson Mumtaz Zahra Baloch at her weekly media briefing in Islamabad today said the people of Jammu and Kashmir should be able to freely exercise their right to self-determination as enshrined in the relevant UN Security Council resolutions, highlighting the unabated Indian atrocities campaigns to crush dissent in IIOJK and the confiscation of properties. She told the media that earlier this week the properties including lands and shop of two more Kashmiri youth were sealed in Shupaiyan district. The spokesperson said the Indian authorities have so far seized hundreds of properties across the occupied territory to punish Kashmiri activists. The arrival of Pakistani Hajj pilgrims in Saudi Arabia continues. Our correspondent in Makkah, Bilal Khan Mahsood, reports that so far 42,763 intending pilgrims have reached Saudi Arabia via 174 flights under the government Hajj scheme. Over 27,342 intending pilgrims are expected to reach Makkah in next 10 days. The Pakistan Hajj mission will host over 70,000 pilgrims under the government Hajj scheme and more than 80,000 under the private Hajj scheme. In Medina, around 32,900 pilgrims got the opportunity to visit Riyaz Jannah. The Pakistan Hajj mission has established 2 central hospitals and a dozen of dispensaries to provide the best medical facilities to pilgrims. Besides, 390 Hajj Muawineen are serving the pilgrims with travel, accommodation, and food facilities. This is Radio Pakistan. Students of Azad Kashmir University organized a rally in Muzaffarabad to express solidarity with Pakistan Army. A large number of students and teachers participated in the rally. Tributes were paid to the soldiers and officers of Pakistan Army who sacrificed their lives while safeguarding country's borders. The participants of the rally said, "Pakistan Army is our pride." The All-Parties Hurriyat Conference has strongly condemned the Narendra Modi-led Indian government's draconian measure to employ Global Positioning System Tracker (ANCLET) for monitoring daily activities of people in occupied Jammu and Kashmir. The APHC has termed this act as a clear violation of human rights and fundamental freedoms. APHC spokesman Abdul Rashid Minhas in a statement pointed out that the implementation of this technology is a stark reminder of India's colonial era mentality, treating the Kashmiris as slaves rather than citizens. The spokesman urged the international community to take note of India's escalating assault on Kashmiris' fundamental rights and dignity. On the other hand, Indian Army and paramilitary personnel launched a massive cordon and search operation in the Bafliaz area of Poonch district. Meanwhile, National Conference President Farooq Abdullah in a media interview reiterated that dialogue is the sole path to peace in the region. The UN experts have demanded a decisive international action against Israel over its continued assault on Rafah city of Gaza enclave. More than 50 UN experts strongly condemn the strike on the makeshift camp, stressing these barbaric acts are a flagrant violation of international law. The experts said that such barbaric attacks on civilians flagrantly breach the laws of war, criticizing the international community for its failure to halt Israel's war machine in the Palestinian territory. Meanwhile, Spain has also rejected Israel's plan to impose restrictions on the activities of its consulate in Jerusalem in response to Madrid's recognition of a Palestinian state. Spanish Foreign Minister José Manuel Alvarez said this action is against the international law. An Israeli strike has martyred 3 family members traveling by car in central Gaza's Nuseirat area. The people martyred were running a kitchen providing free meals to Gaza's displaced people. Over 36,200 Palestinians have been martyred and more than 81,000 wounded in Israel's war on Gaza since October 7 last year. In the FIH Hockey Nations Cup in Poland, the match between Pakistan and Malaysia was tied with 4 goals each in Gnezo City a short while ago. Pakistan will now face Canada in their next match in Gnezo City on Sunday. Finally, the weather. Mainly hot weather is expected in most parts of the country during the next 12 hours. Very hot weather with dust-raising winds and gusty winds are likely in southern parts. Windstorm and gusty winds with isolated rain and thunderstorm are expected in Gilgit-Baltistan, Kashmir, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, northeast and south Punjab, Pothohar region and Islamabad during evening and night. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.